And it goes on to say that, of all places in the world, Jimmy Carter chose a book fair on the banks of the River Wye in Wales as a spot from which to put an official end to Israel's nuclear ambiguity. One cannot exaggerate the importance of the former American president's statement that Israel has 150 nuclear bombs. That's back when he was in office, they did. More than all these estimates and leaks about Israel's nuclear program over the past 5 decades, Carter's comments on Sunday gave official admission to Israel's status as a nuclear power. And it goes into Vanunu and all those, they've arrested. Jane's Weapons Quarterly, which is the encyclopedia of weapons, says they've got about 800. Israel's also got race-specific bioweapons that kill certain races. So does the U.S., so did South Africa, so did the Russians. That's stuff that kills certain groups of people. And Dick Cheney wrote in Rebuilding America's Defenses, September 20th, 2000, page 46, that they need to legitimize in the media killing certain races of people with bioweapons. I mean, my gosh, folks, I think it's time to be in reality. I didn't write that. The vice president did. And PNAC had their website up for 10 years. They just took it down last week. It made news, but it's been cached by universities. That is saved. Heaven help us, folks. I just covered the news here on this show, and that guy said, how do you know? How do you prove it? Why are you talking about something that's classified? Like, I'm lying, hey, they've got weapons, or like, if he says I'm not allowed to say they have them, it doesn't. I mean, this is bizarre. This is bizarre. But that's, I guess, what we've turned into in this country. I'll never forget a couple of months ago, they had the White House press secretary. She's up there. And they say, is it true that most of the gas price increases are because the dollar's been devalued? Is it true the dollar's been devalued? And like 4 reporters asked her. We played the clip on the show. I think it was even the Sunday show. They kept saying, is it true? Is it true the dollar's been devalued? Is it true? Can the White House, because the media will never say, the foreign press admits it. It's a set number on the world market every day in currency market trading. I mean, it's like asking what the top temperature was in your city a day. I mean, you can go look it up. It's like asking the temperature that ice freezes. It's like asking, just anything. It's just absolute fact. But see, our media doesn't do that. They go, is it true they've got news? Can we say it? We're such lapdogs. Oh, is it true the dollar's been devalued? And she said, I can't answer that. I'll be fired if I tell you. I've been told not to tell you. And so the media said, well, we can't say whether the dollar's been devalued in world currency markets because the White House won't tell us. That's like saying, White House, how do I zip my pants? Can you do it for me? Is this a zipper? I mean, this is a nation of total zombies. I can't believe what we've turned into. But see, used to people didn't watch TV. They read newspapers 4 or 5 hours a day for entertainment. And even though that had a lot of propaganda in it 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years ago, still, there would be 10, 15 papers in a city the size of New York, or 4 or 5 in Dallas, or 5 or 6 in Houston, or 6 or 7 in Detroit. And they would compete and have different angles, or you'd find out this paper was the establishment one, and this one was the muckraking, and not now. It's just, he said there's nukes, he's a liar. I bet that caller was really mad that I was pointing out our government is Al-Qaeda, runs Al-Qaeda publicly. Maybe I should pull up the White House press release from September last year where they said, yes, we are launching guerrilla groups in Iran 4 years after we reported it. And it's already been going on. And yes, they are killing and bombing. And they have generals on Fox saying, yeah, we need to blow things up and bomb people on the streets of Tehran. Who are those people? They're Wahhabis from Saudi Arabia, Al-Qaeda. And I'm sorry it's coming out. You know what? How about I type into Google, Israel creates fake terror groups, and I'll be on Jerusalem Post and Haaretz and UPI and AP, but never made our news, never made the big nightly news about Anna Nicole Smith or OJ's new trial or whatever the new ridiculous diversion is. I mean, is Haaretz bad? Should I report that Israel created fake Al-Qaeda groups to bomb innocent Jews every time to end the peace process? I mean, is Haaretz anti-Israel? No. There's a lot of people in Israel that don't like what's happening. In fact, more than half in many of the polls, but the military government doesn't care. And they play this parliamentary game of never letting the people get control. Now, are there some real Arabs that want to stab and kill and shoot and bomb Israelis? Yes. Is it tribal warfare going on for thousands of years? I mean, those tribes have been killing each other for 3,000 years. They're all intermarried. They do their genotype. It's the same group. The Arabs and the Jews are killing each other. It's absolutely ridiculous. They're all cousins. Paul's looking at me with a quizzical look. What, you didn't know that the Arabs and the Jews are the same people? Yeah, it's just, yeah. No, I mean, I'm asking, you have a question? Yeah, no. See, it goes back to Jacob. It's in the Old Testament, the Torah. Probably anti-Semitic to read the Bible. I know I'm evil. I'm sorry. You know, the Bible probably is, and it says they're the same. Yeah, Abraham had one wife, and she couldn't get pregnant, and so then he went and took a concubine, and then that's they say that's the Arab lineage, okay, and then well, yes, they did have multiple wives, and yes, that does come from. Well, that's even pre-quote Israelite, but yeah, but the whole region forever people have had multiple wives. That's been phased out in Judaism, but yes, that's exactly right. Oh my gosh, I'm some kind of thought criminal. It's kind of like Idiocracy. Have you seen that movie where if you can talk, they arrest you? You know, the guy says, "I have rights, I have freedoms," and they go, "He's talking like a criminal," or "He's talking like a," and they come and arrest him. "He's talking fancy, taser him." He knows how to Google and read Harat saying Israel fakes terror attacks. Oh, my gosh, he doesn't like Israel. I'm not allowed to read out of Harat's. I'm bad because I don't want endless war and killing. You see, because I am for humanity. I want every African child to not be shot up with AIDS virus-laden vaccines and die, which they admit they've done. I want every Jewish child, whether they're Roman Jews or Ashkenazi, I don't care. I want everybody, whether they're German, whether they're from the Sudetenland or whether they're Alsatian. I want Mongolian Chinese to have good lives and their children to do well and to explore space together. See, I don't stoop to the tribal level. I'm sorry. All governments are corrupt and evil because evil people always want control. And yes, there are evil Germans. There are evil Chinese. There are evil British. There are evil Jews. But if you say with some people that Israel ever did wrong or ever did anything bad, even though their last couple of prime ministers had to step down because of bribery, well, ours do that too. The ADL says you're a Hitler lover. And I'm sorry, I'm not the Simon Wiesenthal Center in the ADL that have given awards to Arnold A. Schwarzenegger, who gave out Hitler records, Heil Hitlered in front of people. Rolling Stone reported, said he admired Hitler and wanted to be a dictator, and wears Nazi belt buckles on the cover of Time magazine. And I frankly don't appreciate the fact that I've protested him and that I've protested the Klan and other groups, and that you have given a Nazi an award. I think that is something you need to explain. Very shameful.